So this chapter opens up with us specifically hearing what Granola's wish is here. So he wishes to become the most powerful life form in the universe apart from the gods themselves. I don't know if he's specifically saying that or the dragon is just kind of tacking that on. But I guess this is just a nice little caveat to establish that, like, hey, we're not making any characters definitively stronger than like Beerus or dare I say the angels yet. So then the dragon says, it's possible to make you stronger than you already are, but I cannot increase your power beyond your latent potential. And then Granola's like, well, there's no point. But then the dragon's like, however, it is possible for you to become the strongest if you agree to a certain condition, but that decision is up to you. And then Granola's like, you know, if it'll make me stronger than anyone, just do it. So then it cuts away from that. We don't hear what the stipulation is, but we do later on, and I'll just go into it right now. So the dragon says that I am able to multiply your current strength by condensing any and all power you could have accumulated in your lifetime. By shortening your lifespan, you can become the greatest in the universe. So this kind of sounds a little contradictory, right? Because he previously said, I could not increase your power beyond your latent potential. So if he were to condense all of the power he would have accumulated in his life over the span of 150 years, as we'll find out, that is in fact increasing his power beyond his latent potential. And also, I'm sure a lot of you have gripes with the dragon even being able to do this at all. I mean, clearly all of the dragons are not created equal, and some are more cunning, I'll say, than the other ones. Like, this is almost close to what like a Super Dragon Ball wish would be. It's just that it has the whole monkey paw aspect to it. But anyway, just further explaining this wish, it was established that the Ceruleans, the race that Granolah is, they live for like around 200 years. And Granolah is currently 50 years old. So the dragon is somehow taking, I guess, an estimate of all of the power that Granolah could have possibly accumulated for the next 150 years, and then just condensed it into one big power up that he is receiving right now. But then the monkey paw aspect comes into it, and it reduces his lifespan severely to where now he only can live for 3 more years. It is what it is. I'm not really that mad at it. So then we cut over to Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, and Whis, and we see Vegeta training with Beerus still. In the last chapter, it was established that Beerus was going to train him into learning the Hakai, and he's still working on it here. He has like this rock in his hand, but he's unable to like use Hakai on it. Like, he's still only able to destroy it with conventional like ki blast methods. And then Beerus expands upon the Hakai, and he's like, when we gods use our destruction or Hakai move, the target is completely erased from existence. This was already pretty much established coming into this sequence, but he's just giving us a refresher here. We turn something into nothing, and when matter is destroyed, it releases heaps of energy. And then he shows a display of what he's doing. We also saw him do it in the previous chapter as well. So keep that in mind. I think they're specifically showing us this for multiple reasons. Just first for the explanation itself, and also I'm pretty sure to signify between what is being Hakai and what is not, and not just for the context of this scene. So then we come over to what Goku and Whis are up to, and Goku's like, is Lord Beerus really training Vegeta? And then Whis is like, is that a problem? He's like, nah, Vegeta's his own man. I'm here to polish Ultra Instinct. So this goes back to the dichotomy that was set up in the previous chapter, how we have like the two groups here, Beerus and Vegeta working on Hakai, and we have Goku and Whis working on Ultra Instinct. And, you know, they're pretty much still sticking to the relationship that they've had throughout Super. They're both chasing each other on the power scale, but going about it in their own way. And this is further established when Goku's like, let's see which one of us can be the strongest in the universe. But then Whis is like, keep in mind that the strongest may in fact turn out to be someone else entirely. And then Goku's like, do you know someone else stronger than us? And then Whis says, not specifically, but, you know, given how big the universe is, you can never say when the next powerful entity might appear. Isn't that right, Oracle Fish? And then the Oracle Fish is like, the strongest warrior in the universe will rise up soon. And then Vegeta's like, that would be me. And he holds out his finger with this little pebble on it, and he successfully does the Hakai on it. And we see that it creates the similar explosion that we saw Beerus produce. So that's cool. Vegeta progressing here, starting off with just a little pebble, but I'm sure by the next chapter, he'll be destroying like mountains or something. So then we're coming back to Granolah, and we see the Dragon Balls like splitting off, indicating that he had successfully made the wish. And now he has like long hair, and we see him like telekinetically like lift up a rock and then destroys it. And he says, the boulder exploded. What technique was that? Now, going back to what I said earlier about them showing us that, you know, there's a difference between using ki to destroy something and Hakai to destroy something. This could mean that Granolah somehow can just use the Hakai now, because it seems very similar to what just was established for the rules of Hakai. And also him pointing out like what technique was that. Now, I'm not saying it's 100% confirmed that he is in fact using the Hakai here. I wouldn't be surprised given what was already established in this chapter so far. So then his old Namekian buddy Manito comes out. He's like, well, what did you do? Did you make a wish? And he's pretty much like, that's the monkey paw, you dummy. You gave everything just so you can have power for 3 years. Is it worth it to just kill Freiza? And then I think he's pretty much laying out the future of this arc when he's like, don't let that power go to your head, boy. You may be the strongest today, but you don't know who or what tomorrow will bring, which is just how Dragon Ball works. Like, you can be the strongest one chapter, and then the next chapter somebody gets angry and surpasses you, or they just eat a person and then surpass you. So, you know. So then Granolah, with his new set of powers that I guess he doesn't even fully understand yet, is trying to sense Frieza's presence, but he realizes that he's nowhere near him, so he decides to go to where the Heeters are to get Frieza's location. So then Granolah cuts his hair, and we see Whis like observing Granolah in his like staff, and he's like, oh, so that's what happened. This may cause some turmoil. So at least Whis at this point is up to speed with what's going on here. So then Granolah goes back to the Heeters, and he busts in there. He's like, hey, I want to know where Freiza is. And they're like, look, I told you, you're not strong enough to handle Freiza. You know, come back some other time. And he's like, no, I'm the strongest in the universe now. I could beat him, so tell me where he is. And then of course they don't believe him because, you know, why would you? They schooled him like a week ago or something in the timeline. And then the big dude Oil steps up to like bounce him out of there. But then Granolah literally just touches him with one finger and like sends him flying. But then I guess they want more confirmation on his strength here, so Oil goes after him again. But then we see Granolah like easily dodging all of his attacks. And then Maki says, what the heck? How's he dodging every blow? Again, going back to what I was talking about, what's been established in this chapter, we have the duality of Goku and Vegeta learning Hakai and Ultra Instinct, and now we see Granolah displaying what could be both of these things. And, you know, again, I wouldn't be surprised if he knows this as well. So then Maki goes after him, but obviously she's no match for him, and he kind of takes it easy on her. And then the Kid Buu looking guy, Gas, is about to step up. He originally put Granolah in like a Fujiwara armbar to display the like, hey, he's much stronger than Granolah. He's also the strongest guy that the Heeters have. But Alec is like, no need to fight, Gas, stand down. So that's interesting that we're not going to see Gas going against Granolah here. I thought that would have been his big jobbing moment, but no, it seems like they're saving Gas for a future moment. So then things cool down a little bit, and Alec's like, what happened to you? And then Granolah's like, it's not for you to know. And then Alec's like, well, I need to know for sure that you're strong enough to beat Freiza. And then Granolah's like, fine, I use the Dragon Balls. Like, that was easy. And then Alec's like, oh, so the Dragon Balls exist, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? We need some time to find Freiza. How about you go chill, and then we'll like call you when we know where he is. And then Granolah's like, fine, but be quick about it. I don't have much time to spare. And then Alec's like, oh, why is that? And then at this point, Granolah just explains everything that we talked about in the beginning of the video with how the wish works and all of the monkey paw, you know, stipulations attached to it. So then we're coming to the ending sequence of the chapter here with the Heeters. And what they're basically saying here is that like, okay, so we can't just have Granolah straight up take Freiza out, because Alec fears that if he does that, then he's going to take over Frieza's throne, and Alec doesn't want that because he is the one who wants to take over Frieza's throne and have his army for himself. But an interesting thing that's revealed in this sequence is that apparently the Heeters work together with Freiza to attack planet Cereal. and that led to them selling it to the Shugarians, which we saw in the previous chapter. So I guess this is just giving a reason for Granolah to eventually take the Heeters out, you know, to give like some serious beef with them, because obviously at this point Granolah didn't know that they had something to do with that. And then it eventually gets to the point of where Elect's like, okay, so he's the strongest in the universe, you know, we can't beat him, but I think that if we get the Saiyans, Goku and Vegeta, they can probably take him down. And apparently they know about Goku and Vegeta because they had 7-3 and they went through his memories and all of his information, and they saw that Goku and kind of Vegeta took down Moro. And he's also like, oh, hey, Granolah has beef with the Saiyans too because, you know, they were used by Freiza to take over Planet Cereal, so he'll want to fight them. And then the last page says, at last, fate will bring these three together. So yeah, that's where it's headed. Elect is gonna somehow get into touch with Goku and Vegeta. He's going to set up some kind of lie to, you know, give them motivation to take him down. I don't know, we'll see where it goes. Let me know what you think about this chapter in the comments. If you liked the video, guys, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.